Hey guys, in this video we are going to be using a function to construct an object or a new object, and it's called using an object constructor. Okay, and it's quite a different way from the previous example I used, which is using the direct instance of an object or creating a direct instance of an object. I'm not really good with terminology, but hopefully it doesn't confuse you too much. Now let's create a function first. Function. And like before, let's call our function a person, because we are going to be wanting to create a new object called person and giving it some properties to it. Okay, and inside this function called a person, we are going to have some arguments inside. Okay, so like before, we are going to have first name, last name, age, and height, like so. Now inside here, we are going to say this dot first name equals first name. Okay, oops, not L. This dot last name equals last name. This dot age equals age, and this dot height equals height. Now this is a really clever way of creating or constructing an object in JavaScript by using this. Now the reason to why we're using all this stuff, so this dot first name, last name, so on, is because you are going to, that is useful when you are going to be creating more than one person in your JavaScript. Now in my previous video, when we created a direct instance of an object, what we said was we said person.first name equals John, person.last name equals Titan, and age equals 24 and stuff. So when we wanted to create another person, we had to create a person equals new object, and we had to assign person.first name equals Sarah or something like that. However, with this, what we could do is quickly create more than one JavaScript objects, in this case a person. Okay, and I'll show you how. So once we have all this, what we're going to do is call this function person, and inside over here in your brackets, what we're going to say is, say like John, comma, not last name, John, comma, Titan, comma, 24, comma, 180. What that does is automatically assign this dot first name to all this John, Titan, 24, 180. Okay, so let's say var, actually we don't need var, let's just say myself equals new person, which is this one, and inside this bracket what we're going to do is, in the order of your argument, first name, last name, age, and height, we are going to be assigning a value to each of them. So just like before, let's say John, Titan, and the age, how old was he? 24, and the height was 180. Okay, now let's come back to document.write, and inside here let's say myself.first name, and try refreshing our browser. Oops, that didn't work. Let's see why. Okay, so after about 30 seconds of looking at my code, I realized that over here I forgot to add a comma in between Titan and 24, which was messing up all my program. So let's add a comma over here. Let's save it and refresh. There we go, we have John. Now we created a person called myself, or new person, and said my name is John, my last name is Titan, I'm 24 and I'm 180 centimeters. I'm not really, but it's fine. We could create a new person called my girlfriend equals new person, and instead of having to write all this like my girlfriend dot first name equals whatever, what we could do is just simply write this again, but with different numbers, and create a completely new person or an object, which is in this case a person. So let's say, I don't know, Sarah, what's a good last name? I don't know, Mold. I used to like a girl with a last name called Mold, and she could be 22 years old and she could have like height 165, which isn't too tall. Okay, and when now document.write, and let's change from myself to my girlfriend, and hopefully I don't have any stupid mistakes over here. There we go. And with this, what we could do is inside a document.write say myself dot first name plus John, and inside there we could say this and give it some space plus John's girlfriend friend. What we want to do is output a sentence called John's girlfriend is Sarah, which uses two objects. So myself.first name, which is John, John's girlfriend is space, there we go, got it, and my girlfriend friend dot first name Sarah, and let's add a full stop at the end. There we go. Myself.first name's girlfriend is space my girlfriend dot first name, and there we go, John's girlfriend is Sarah. So that's a really cool way of using functions to create objects, and with this method you can create multiple objects of that, multiple people in this case of my example, because I have a function or an object called person and I gave it 4 properties, which is obviously for a person. So I could create myself, I could create my girlfriend, I could create my dad, my mum, I don't know, my brother, my sister if I had one, and so on, without the need to write myself.first name equals and then my girlfriend.first name equals and so on. So this is a really quick way of using or creating multiple objects from just one this.first name equals first name stuff. So hopefully you found this method quite interesting and useful.